You think setting a boundary will make things clearer. It doesn't. It makes people reveal themselves. You say no to something small, a favor, a plan, a late night call you used to answer without thinking, and suddenly, the air changes. Not loudly, but enough. They smile, but it's tighter. They say it's fine, but something underneath it isn't. Because in that moment, you didn't just refuse a request. You disrupted a pattern they were comfortable with. Some people don't hear your boundary. They hear rejection. Not "you can't do this," but "you don't matter as much anymore." And that thought sits quietly in them, reshaping how they look at you. Others feel something sharper, loss of control. You were predictable, accessible, easy to reach, easy to influence. Now there's friction. And friction makes people aware of how much they were taking without noticing. But not everyone reacts outwardly. Some go quiet, not because they're hurt, but because they're recalculating. Where do they stand with you now? What changed? And more importantly, how much of their place in your life was built on you not having limits? Then there are the ones who test you. They'll push again, casually, like nothing happened. A joke, a small ask, a "just this once," not to get something, but to see if your boundary was real, or just a temporary mood. And if you fold, everything resets. But if you don't, something shifts permanently. Here's the part no one says out loud. Some people start respecting you more, at the exact same time they like you less, because boundaries create distance. And distance removes convenience. You become harder to access and harder to use. That discomfort you feel after setting a boundary, it's not just yours, it's shared. They feel it too. They just process it differently. Some will adapt, quietly adjusting to this new version of you. Others will drift, not dramatically, just enough that you notice they stopped reaching the same way. And then there's a deeper layer, one you don't see immediately. Your boundary forces people to confront something about themselves, their expectations, their entitlement, the role they assigned you without asking. And not everyone likes what they find there, so they tell themselves a story about you. You've changed. You're different now. You're harder to be around. Not because it's fully true, but because it's easier than admitting you stopped being easy to take from. But beneath all of it, something stabilizes. Not in them, in you. Because the moment you set a boundary, you stop negotiating your place in people's lives and start discovering what your place actually was.